But, you know, in spots with runners in scoring position, the main focus was one pitch at a time and make the pitch I needed to make.
Those two moments that stand out were in the third inning and in the fifth inning where you had two runners on and able to get three big strikeouts. Just, was it something specific in those at-bats that you were able to, you know, come through with?
Yeah, you know, it was just trying to slow everything down, like I said, and, you know, really execute. Try not to leave anything over the middle, and throw it where I needed to throw it. And, you know, I was fortunate enough that I was able to do that in those situations.
Over there, right there, Andy.
On that Machado strikeout, I was just wondering why you decided to go all sliders in that at-bat.
That's a good question. What did I do? That was what, the third at bat?
Yeah, you'd struck him out with a fastball in the previous at bat.
Yeah, that was mainly trying to read his swing, you know, and then I had a good feel for the slider right then. So I was like, you know what, I'm going with this, and hopefully I can get him to chase off, and, you know, I was able to.
In that inning, did you like your secondary stuff more than your fastball? It seemed like.
Yeah, that inning I did. Well, I think that's the inning I gave up the hit down the line to profile though, on the slider. Yeah, that's the one that I wish I wish I would have went fastball. But, you know, felt like I had a good feel for it. I just threw too many in a row to him, and he kept one fair. So, you know, and then with Machado, you know, there's more room for error. You don't have to worry about hitting him when it's going that way. So, felt like I had a good feel for it.
You're gonna go Joe, far left.
Two things if possible. Are you in a position right now where you're trying to figure out, start to start more than ever, what you have for the game?
Yeah, you know, my changeup wasn't great. I threw probably the best one I threw was to Bell, and he got a single off of it. So then it was, you know, kind of fastball slider for most of the night. I only threw, one curveball, I believe. But it was just sticking with those two pitches. Once I felt like I figured out where my slider was going, you know, didn't want to get beat on, you know, a third or fourth best pitch.
And the other one is, before, during, or when you were done with your start, did you have any moment where you thought, if this doesn't go right, this could be my last start here with the Mets?
You know, I guess that went into my mind, but the hope was we'd win a baseball game and continue to keep playing. So, you know, like I said yesterday, the goal was to put us in a position to win or give us a chance and pass it on to Bassett. So our guys did a good job of coming out and putting together good at-bats and you know, getting Blake out of there early and then putting up some runs late. So, you know, go try to win a baseball game tomorrow.
Down here on the right.
At what point did that cross your mind?
I don't know exactly.
Pre-game or?
10:45. Yeah, I have no clue, honestly.
And then in the fifth inning, you mentioned slowing down, making sure even more that you execute. In a job where you have to be always focused 100% of the time, what is it like in those moments when you have to focus somehow even more?
Yeah, you know, I was trying to make a little bit of a mechanical adjustment in this start. I felt like in Atlanta and Oakland, I was leaning a little bit and not balanced how I wanted to be. So it was, I was trying to get that out of my head and be like, hey, you have to throw this pitch where you need to. You know, try to eliminate every other thought and execute it in the moment. And like I said, I was fortunate enough that I was able to do that.